What we're talking about tonight is we're reviewing the key points from a draft environmental impact statement we prepared in response to a proposed project to add a dormitory to the Pleasantville campus. The objective of building this dormitory is to bring the 575 residents currently on the Briarcliff campus to the Pleasantville campus permanently. My name is SarahGarvan. I'm going to be talking about the site we selected and the dormitory design, and then I'll be reviewing the impact and mitigation in regards to zoning, land use, and safety. So the site we selected was parking lot D. Let me just show you a quick video of the site. Oh, no video, okay. Parking lot D on the campus, we chose that parking lot because it's currently underutilized. There's usually less than 20 or 30 cars parked in the lot at any given time. And it's nicely centrally located on the campus, which is important for adding, a large number of students. Currently, some of our dormitories are on further areas of the campus, and students are tempted to drive between the dorms and the classrooms during cold winter months. So part of it was to cut down on traffic on the campus and use of vehicles on the campus. It was also cited there because we plan on adding some additional campus facilities, including a cafeteria for the new students, a 24-hour study space, something along those lines. And it will be convenient for all of the PACE students to access those facilities if we locate the dormitory there. It's similar in size to the adjacent buildings. As you can see, this is a view of the parking lot. From within the parking lot, this is looking southeast. And it will be lower in altitude than this building here, which is Marks Hall. It's similar in size to Leanhart and Miller, which are nearby. And it's also accessible by 2 roads onto the campus for safety reasons, which is important, and there's lots of nearby parking. So here's our dormitory design. It's a U-shaped configuration, which we chose for a couple of reasons. First of all, it creates a sense of community on the campus, which I think is something that all the PACE students could benefit from. This central area will serve as a quad where students can congregate and get together during nice weather. Also, we like the design because the dorm rooms go along the perimeter. There's going to be a lot of natural light coming into those rooms. Students won't be using artificial lighting as much, given alternate designs. Just to orient you, it faces, these are the tennis courts here. There are classrooms here in the Welcome Center over here with the Taconic Parkway behind it. Here is the view you'd see from the Taconic Parkway, so there is, a buffer zone between the dormitory and the Taconic as well. It is 5 floors, 104,000 square feet in total, and the size, reflects the number of students we need to house in that building. So I'm going to review zoning, land use, security, safety issues in association with building this property. PACE is actually in Mount Pleasant, New York. It's not in Pleasantville, so the zoning provisions in Mount Pleasant apply. It's R40 residentially zoned on this property. You can apply for a special use permit, and there's 3 main provisions that apply when you're applying for this permit that we need. One protects land use in the area. The other one specific zoning regulations that apply. The design of the dormitory as we have it, there's only one provision that it violates. It's section 218-45D, which requires the distance between buildings shall be at least twice the height of the taller building. Therefore, our building should be 110 feet from Marks, and it's only 65 feet from Marks. So that's the one violation that the building currently has. However, Provision 218-64 authorizes the Zoning Board of Appeals to, have variances if there are unnecessary hardships or practical difficulties that exist, and when it's in the general public interest to grant a variance. I believe the design of the dorm falls within these guidelines. You can't really move it on the parking lot without encroaching upon wetlands. That parking lot was chosen. It's well protected from the general population. You're not going to be able to see the dormitory from that parking lot. Having it be off of entrance 2 and 3 is good because it's not going to increase traffic flows, left-hand turning traffic on Bedford Road. So I do believe it's in the interest of the residents of the community to have it located in that area where they won't see it and it's not going to impact traffic flow in the neighborhood. Quickly reviewing existing land use in the area, Pace is a 200-acre campus with 24 buildings on campus. In the area, the Taconic State Parkway is directly west. Here's Bedford Road out here. And in addition, Graham Hills County Park, a 430-acre preserve, is directly south of the campus with residential housing in this area around here. Prior building projects on the campus have not negatively impacted land use in the community, notably Goldstein Health and Fitness, or the Goldstein Health and Fitness Center built in 2002 went up, and after that point in time, residents didn't experience any impact on house values or traffic. So there is a record of additions to the property that are not viewable from off the property, not negatively impacting land use. It's in line with the campus development plan and notably the strategic plan of Pace University. Core Objective 2, Section 8, which is to provide Pace students with a range of residential housing options on this campus. Existing safety on the campus, there are 620 residents. So adding the students would be a 93% increase in total residents on the campus, which is a significant impact. However, to counter that increase, we propose bringing the Briarcliff security forces who will no longer be needed on that campus over to the Pleasantville campus. This would add 3 patrollers and 1 vehicle to the campus, roughly doubling the size of security forces. In addition, we would build a second gatehouse at entrance 2 so that comings and goings could be monitored on evenings and weekends as well. And also, we would have a satellite security office located right in that dormitory that the incoming Briarcliff security could operate from, and they could monitor ongoings in that facility as well. Mount Pleasant Police Department responds to the campus. I spoke with Officer Miliambro at the police department there, and he was concerned about adding 575 residents to the Pleasantville campus. It's important to note that that represents a 1% increase in the total residents in their jurisdiction, and that's only the 54% of the year when school is actually in session. So it's difficult to tell exactly what the impact would be. They respond to roughly 9 incidents per month right now. However, that's not from necessarily the existing residents. There's 4,580 people that use this campus, staff members, day students, as well as other people coming on campus to use our facilities. So adding the students, it's difficult to tell what the impact would actually be, if any at all. Building a dormitory has to be in code with the 2007 Uniform Fire Prevention and Building Code of the State of New York, which it is. The Pleasantville Volunteer Fire Department responds to the campus. I actually reached out to them several times and couldn't get in touch with anyone there. However, they have 5 pieces of apparatus. They have a bucket that can reach the full height of the dormitory, so they would be able to access all levels in an emergency. It would be just about an 8% increase in their jurisdiction population, and if there was an increase in demand from the dormitory, one possible measure would be to recruit PACE students to volunteer to the Corps, because it would serve as, a recruitment base. There aren't currently any PACE students that do volunteer, so that's an opportunity. I spoke with Sue Routers at the Pleasantville Volunteer Ambulance Corps, and she says that PACE students currently have very little demand on their services. When they do respond to an incident on PACE campus, it's usually in association with either a community member using the new health center or a special event that happens, somebody trips and sprains their ankles, something like that. However, very rarely is it driven by PACE students, and they don't anticipate an impact from adding the students to the campus. So in conclusion, we're proposing to build the dormitory on parking lot D, which accommodates the students in PACE University and enhances the university. It presents very little impact on surrounding residents. It's appropriate, in the contents of the campus and the community. Security, there would be a significant impact. However, we double security forces on campus. And as far as police, fire, and EMS are concerned, there's very little impact, and we can meet the needs as they arise. Now Tom Kelly is going to speak a little bit about energy issues with the building. Thank you.